this late into the process, the street card could play a role in the upcoming election. So it's going to be very interesting to see how all that plays out. It's going to be very interesting. And I'm going to be live, local, and vocal with you right here Monday through Friday to talk about all of it. Every every detail. I want to talk about it with you Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Please tell a friend about the show. That's all I ask. If you can just tell one person, whether it be on the internet or face-to-face, I'd really appreciate it. And word of mouth is absolutely the best seller. And, that's pretty much it. More local news. I'm reading that Muslim communities are on edge after the Orlando mass shooting. So here's the other side of it. On one hand, whenever there's a shooting of this nature, like we had in Orlando this past weekend, then the targets of that violence and the people who resemble those targets, they start to feel insecure. Like, after there was a shooting in Charleston, right? Happened about a year ago. It's a year ago this week. And you had someone who went into a church, a black church, and killed a lot of people. Now, after that, black people were nervous. I don't know if you were looking over your shoulder nervous, but people were definitely like, okay, that's in my head. I'm thinking about this. This could be a potential problem, right? The other side about it when it comes to the whole thing about Muslims is that there's a lot of Muslims who disavow ISIS and ISIL. They are Americans, okay? And they may be Muslims, and they might even sympathize with some of the demands, but they do not support the tactics. They get caught in the crossfire. And as black people, we don't even have to think about this, right? As a black man, I'm so caught up in my blackness that I'm not thinking about how Muslims may be caught up, how they might be viewed in this country. Here in the city of Cincinnati, going back 2 years ago, you had an incident where a woman basically was assaulted by a man over at the Kroger parking lot in Hyde Park. Why? Because she was Muslim. That was it. You had another young woman that was reported. She was walking in the Clifton area. I believe she was a University of Cincinnati student. And as she's walking across the street, somebody damn near kills her. Basically, almost killed her. And I believe they yelled something to her out the window, something racial, something about go back to where Muslims are from, or, something stupid. You might recall this. Damn near ran her over and kept on going. So, I don't know. I think sometimes we forget that there are other people out there that are dealing with a lot of issues because we get so caught up with our daily existence and the things that come our way. But that's just the way I look at it. Terrence writes, yes, extreme Muslim scapegoats. That our country creates won't change. G.I. Joe needs Cobra. He's right. What he's trying to say is that heroes need villains. America cannot play the hero unless we have villains. Let's see. Deanna writes, the war on terror is like the Cold War. Yes, it is. Just goes on and on and on and on. Hell, they say we still have a Cold War with Russia. Did you know that? Brent writes, yes, fear and the idea that we need to be protected from the boogeyman is a necessary component in controlling people. Yes. Mila J writes, that's what's up, Nate. Happy for you. Thank you very much. Gwenda writes, good morning, team and I. And what I didn't like about the visit from the POTUS, why didn't he go to Ferguson? And the other cities where black people were gunned down by the police. I'm so sick of Obama. That's right. Obama showed up in Orlando quick. I'm telling you, the president's hands are tied. And it matters who's pulling the trigger. So, for instance, if a white cop kills an unarmed motorist or an unarmed citizen, the president is not going to show up. It doesn't matter how despicable, it doesn't matter how obvious the guilt of the officer is, he's not going to do it. Because politically, once he does, he's going to lose the support of the police unions. However, if you are the victim of crime and let's say it's black on black crime or it's just something that happens like in your neighborhood, the president is not going to show up. Now, depending on the severity of it, how much media coverage, he may comment. He may say something like, we got to stop the violence, put down the guns, where are the parents? But that's it. He's not going to show up. He's not going to show up. If you're someone who publicly expresses support for our international enemies, i.e. the terrorists, ISIL, ISIS, and you walk into a club, a gay club, and you kill a lot of people because of the ongoing war on terror, this is something totally different. Now the president's going to show up. He's going to show up because he's going to use that scenario to drive home the point onto why we need to kill, or as to why we need to go after the terrorist. My question is, haven't we killed enough people already? What exactly is the plan? Is the plan to kill anyone or lock up anyone who says they are an ISIS sympathizer? I mean, what exactly is the plan? I hear all these people, right, these policymakers, right, they're saying we got to destroy the enemy. What exactly does that mean? What exactly does that mean? Deanna writes, by the way, happy Father's Day to all the kings in the chop shop. You are so appreciated. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me follow suit. Happy Father's Day. Yeah. Do you have a dad in your life? Was your father there for you? Did he play ball with you? Was he there for you when you were little and then he found, your mom and him fell out, so he got another family? You ever gone through that before? Another wife, other kids. Oh, these are your step kids. This is your brother. No, this is my step brother you had with that other woman that's taking you from my mom, right? But shout out to the fathers out there, absolutely. Fathers, man, is there a more persecuted group of individuals than black fathers? I said it. Demo writes, GIlligan of the month. Carolyn writes, Nate, are you going to run for council? ? I really hope you do, in a smiley face. City council, I won't lie to you and say I haven't thought about it. I've certainly thought about it. But I don't have any concrete plans. We'll see. We'll see. For me to do something like that, I would have to have the support of some major stakeholders in the city. But the idea of being able to go down to City Hall to represent Cincinnati, the city that I love, and to try to make sure that as we move forward, that we preserve a space so that everybody's at the table, so we can all enjoy the renaissance that happens in Cincinnati, it's something that interests me. It does interest me, but for now, I'm enjoying my time with you every single morning. I really am. From the bottom of my heart. Rhonda writes, I think this shooting fits into their fear agenda. The shooter was not white, so they can quickly call that man a terrorist instead of a person with mental issues. By the way, this is not the worst shooting in American history. They pretend like they forgot about how white terrorists killed the black people of Rosewood. Yes, we don't want to talk about that. Ms. D writes, Nate, what about local businesses purchasing ad spots from you on the show? Let me know if that is an option. Yes, it is an option, Ms. D. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. And Brittany writes, I agree with Rhonda. Gwenda writes, I think this is a good time to raise the question of buying guns. The Democrat filibuster will at least start an adult conversation about guns and trying to close the loopholes. Okay. Tanette, how you doing, Tanette? She writes, good morning, Chop Shop, hashtag Team and I. Good to see you, Tanette. Jerica writes, really, Rhonda, no happy Father's Day to the single mothers in the Chop Shop? LMBO. Just kidding. I hate when mothers say that. Right. This is about men. I don't care if your father left you when you were in your mother and your mother raised you from the time that you were born to today. It makes no difference to me. She should only be recognized on Mother's Day. It's disrespectful to fathers everywhere when people do that. And any of the card empathy, emotional, all those businesses that make money on Father's Day and Mother's Day. They're selling you cards and candies and things like that. See, now they've got these new cards where they're thanking mothers on Father's Day, and they're being sold to African Americans because all of the issues in the black community have been so well documented. Everybody's in our damn business. So now you got people out there making cards that say, my mother was my father. Really? No, your mother was your mother. She might have been doing double duty, but a mother can never be a father. I don't care. She can be tough. She can have a deep voice. She can have a mustache. She can have muscles. She is your mother, period. Now, don't bring up Caitlyn Jenner, because I haven't thought about that. That's a little deeper there, okay? Tanette writes, happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Have a great celebration on your day. Ed writes, if you're mad at the president for his quick responses, you are also going to be mad at Hot Sauce Hillary. She will do the same thing. That's funny. Hot Sauce Hillary? Do I still have that? I think I've done away with that clip. It's been so long ago. Yeah, I have.
Not just gangs of kids anymore. They are often the kinds of kids that are called.
Yes, I can't get enough of that. Super predators. You're super predators. Miss D writes, there is no substitute for a father, so enjoy your day, gentlemen. Thank you. Ashley writes, I agree, Nathan. Father's Day is for men only. She's right. Absolutely. Kiki writes, yes, happy King's Day to all the fathers. We do love and need all of you. Thank you. Jerica writes, did you say mustache? LOL. Hashtag I can. That's right. That's right. I mean, it's a big tent here. I don't want to leave anybody out. I mean, what I'm trying to say is you got some women out there that they're very manly. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just being honest with you. They're tough. They're aggressive. Okay? Like Waka Flocka's mama. Okay? They got deep voices and all that kind of stuff. And I don't care nothing about those characteristics. You are still a woman, and you do not get a Father's Day card. You cannot usurp the role of a father just because he wasn't there. Or maybe you can. Rhonda writes, I hate when single mothers said that. I feel that men need their day also. Before school let out, I made sure all my students made Father's Day gifts. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you so much, because so many people forget about men. They forget completely about the role of a father. It's deep, though. A father, man, I've got children. It's such a deep, deep, deep responsibility. It really is. I mean, my son now is almost 2 years old, okay? He's like 1.5 years old. And it's just something about seeing his little face, his little hands. He's like a little person. He's like a little me, Lou Jr. And when he's trying to get my attention, this boy will do anything to be next to me. Going back, I don't know, about a week or so ago, I'm about to leave the house. And, it's a beautiful thing. It makes you smile as a father when, as you're leaving the house, your kids are like, no, Dad, they're holding on to you, they're crying. Dad, we don't want you to go. Where are you going? Bring me something back, right? That's what it's all about. Where are you going? Bring me something back. It's not about you, kids. And my son the other day, well, we're at the point now where we have to, put up obstacles to barricade certain parts of the house away from him. And so I thought I had a barricade up because I had pushed a sofa closer to the wall in our living room, and it made for a very, very, very narrow passageway. I didn't think the boy could get through there. I watched this boy push his head through that narrow space. His little head got caught. I'm not making this up. His little tiny head got caught in between the wall and the couch because he's trying to get through the barricade just to give me a hug. I mean, who don't want that kind of love? I mean, he pushed his way through. He's crying. I run over there. By the time I get through, he had pushed his way through there. And there's a running joke with myself and my wife. I'm like, see, tubes tied. This boy pushed his way through. He's got an incredible will. So fathers need the love. Props to the fathers. Props to single fathers. Props to stepdads. I mean, woo-wee, you doing another man's time? Props to you, stepdad. I want to say thank you to the stepdad.